Hello everyone and welcome to our channel. In this video, we will be covering some important topics and questions related to those topics of the DP 100 exam. You can find the complete PDF of this video and our practice questions through the link down in the description. We have more than 30 plus certifications and are here to help you achieve your certification goals. We will try to answer all of your doubts related to the DP 100 exam, such as the exam does have lab type questions, it includes case study type questions. The exam duration is around 180 minutes in which you have to answer 40 to 60 questions. The minimum passing score is 700 out of 1000. There is no negative marking in this exam. This certification will be valid for a year after you earn it. For renewal, you have to recertify and the exam would be free of cost. This is a tutorial video for the DP 100 exam and contains some important practice questions to help you in your preparation. We will be covering these topics in this video. However, these are not all the topics in the exam. As such, we will be publishing more important topics in the next parts of the series. So please make sure to subscribe our channel and press the bell icon to get notified about our future videos. To the first topic, Azure ML. Firstly, I would like you to take a look at this image. This image shows a general project lifecycle in Azure ML. First, we have to define the task. Then, we explore and prepare. After that, we train the model on that data that we have prepared and validate it. Then the model is deployed. And after that, we monitor and manage this lifecycle. It is a repeating process. About what is Azure Machine Learning? It is a cloud service for accelerating and managing the machine learning project lifecycle. ML professionals, data scientists, and engineers can use it in their day to day workflows to train and deploy models and manage machine learning operations. You can create a model in machine learning or use a model built from an open source platform such as PyTorch, TensorFlow, or scikit-learn. MLOps tools helps you monitor, retrain, and redeploy models. Machine learning is for individuals and teams implementing MLOps within their organization to bring ML models into production in a secure and auditable production environment. Data scientists and ML engineers can use tools to accelerate and automate their day-to-day workflows. Application developers can use tools for integrating models into applications or services. Platform developers can use a robust set of tools backed by durable Azure Resource Manager APIs for building advanced ML tooling. About the project lifecycle in detail, a workspace organizes a project and allows for collaboration for many users, all working toward a common objective. Users in a workspace can easily share the results of their runs from experimentation in the Studio user interface, or they can use versioned assets for jobs like environments and storage references. When a project is ready for operationalization, users' work can be automated in an ML pipeline and triggered on a schedule or HTTPS request. You can deploy models to the managed inferencing solution for both real time and batch deployments, abstracting away the infrastructure management typically required for deploying models. some cross-compatible platform tools that meet your needs. Anyone on an ML team can use their preferred tools to get the job done. Whether you are running rapid experiments, hyperparameter tuning, building pipelines, or managing inferences, you can use familiar interfaces including Azure Machine Learning Studio, Python SDK, Azure CLI, Azure Resource Manager, REST APIs. As you're refining the model and collaborating with others throughout the rest of the machine learning development lifecycle, you can share and find assets, resources, and metrics for your projects on the Machine Learning Studio UI. About the studio, Machine Learning Studio offers multiple authoring experiences depending on the type of project and the level of your past ML experience without having to install anything. Notebooks. Write and run your own code in managed Jupyter Notebook servers that are directly integrated in the studio. Visualize run metrics. Analyze and optimize your experiments with visualization. Azure Machine Learning Designer. Use the designer to train and deploy ML models without writing any code. Drag and drop datasets and components to create ML pipelines. Automated Machine Learning UI. Learn how to create automated ML experiments with an easy to use interface. Data labeling. Use machine learning data labeling to efficiently coordinate image labeling or text labeling projects. To the questions related to the same topic. Question 1. You are profiling data by using Azure Machine Learning Studio. You need to detect columns with odd or missing values. Which statistic should you analyze? Here in this question, our need is to detect columns that have odd values or missing values. The statistic that should be used for this is error count. Thus, the correct option is C. To detect columns with odd or missing values, you should analyze the error count statistic. The error count metric provides information on the number of missing or null values present in each column. By analyzing this metric, you can identify columns that have a high number of missing or null values, which may indicate issues with the data quality or data collection process. Additionally, you can also identify columns with odd or unexpected values that do not fit the data distribution or that have a high number of outliers. Question 2. You manage an Azure machine learning workspace. You need to define an environment from a Docker image by using the Azure Machine Learning Python SDK v2. Which parameter should you use? Here, we are trying to use Azure Machine Learning Python SDK to define an environment from a Docker image. As such, the most appropriate parameter here is image. Thus, the correct option is B, image. The main difference between using the build and image parameters when defining an environment using the Azure Machine Learning Python SDK v2 is whether you want to define the environment from a Docker file or a Docker image. If you want to define an environment from a Docker file, you should use the build parameter and set it to a dictionary that specifies the contents of the Docker file using the Docker file key. If you want to define an environment from a Docker image, you should use the image parameter and set it to the name of the Docker image you want to use. Question 3. Hotspot. You are using an Azure machine learning workspace. You set up an environment for model testing and an environment for production. The compute target for testing must minimize cost and deployment efforts. The compute target for production must provide fast response time, auto-scaling of the deployed service, and support real-time inferencing. You need to configure compute targets for model testing and production. Which compute targets should you use? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. To the answer area, environment, testing, compute target. The most suitable compute target here is local web service. To the next statement, environment, production, compute target. The most appropriate compute target here is Azure Kubernetes Services. About the answers, box 1. The local web service compute target is used for testing or debugging. Use it for limited testing and troubleshooting. Hardware acceleration depends on use of libraries in the local system. Box 2. Azure Kubernetes Service. Azure Kubernetes Service is used for real-time inference and recommended for production workload. Use it for high-scale production deployments. It provides fast response time and auto-scaling of the deployed service. Question 4. You are creating a compute target to train a machine learning experiment. The compute target must support automated machine learning pipelines, and Azure Machine Learning Designer training. You need to configure the compute target. Which option should you use? Here, we need a compute target that must support automated machine learning pipelines, and Azure Machine Learning Designer training. As such, the most appropriate compute target is Azure Machine Learning Compute Cluster. Thus, the correct option is B. Question 5. You have an Azure Machine Learning workspace. You are connecting an Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2 account to the workspace as a data store. You need to authorize access from the workspace to the Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2 account. What should you use? In this scenario, our main purpose is to authorize access to the Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2 account from our workspace. The most appropriate option here is Service Principal. Thus, the correct option is A. Question 6. You manage an Azure Machine Learning workspace. You plan to import data from Azure Data Lake Storage Gen 2. You need to build a URI that represents the storage location. Which protocol should you use? In this question, we want a URI that represents the storage location. From among all these protocols, the most appropriate protocol is ABFSS. Thus, the correct option is C. To the next topic, Azure DSVM. What is Azure DSVM? The Data Service Virtual Machine is a customized VM image available on the Azure cloud platform, and it can handle data science. It has many popular data science tools pre-installed and pre-configured to jumpstart building intelligent applications for advanced analytics. The DSVM is available on Windows Server 2019, Windows Server 2022, and Ubuntu 20.04 LTS. What is Azure DSVM for PyTorch? It is an Ubuntu 20.04 image from Azure Marketplace optimized for large distributed deep learning workloads. This pre-installed DSVM comes validated with the latest PyTorch version to reduce setup costs and accelerate time to value. It comes packaged with various optimization features such as ONNX runtime, deep speed, MSCCL, ORTMO, Fairscale, NVIDIA Apex, an up-to-date stack with the latest compatible versions of Ubuntu, Python, PyTorch, and CUDA. Some sample DSVM customer use cases. First, short-term experimentation and evaluation. The DSVM can evaluate or learn new data science tools. Second, deep learning with GPUs. In the DSVM, your training models can use deep learning algorithms on GPU-based hardware. If you take advantage of the VM scaling capabilities of the Azure platform, the DSVM helps you lever GPU based hardware in the cloud according to your needs. You can switch to a GPU based VM when you train large models or when you need high speed computations while you keep the same OS disk. You can choose any of the N series GPU enabled virtual machine SKUs with DSVM. Azure free accounts don't support GPU enabled virtual machine SKUs. Third is data science training and education. Enterprise trainers and educators who teach data science classes usually provide a virtual machine image. The image ensures that students both have a consistent setup and that the samples work predictably and that the samples work predictably. The DSVM creates an on-demand environment with a consistent setup to ease the support and incompatibility challenges. Cases where these environments need to be built frequently, especially for shorter training classes, benefit substantially. To the questions related to the same topic, question 7. You need to implement a data science virtual machine that supports the Cafe 2 deep learning framework. Which of the following DSVM should you create? Here, the main requirement is that our DSVM supports the Cafe 2 deep learning framework. From among all of these options, the most appropriate is Ubuntu 16.04 DSVM. Thus, the correct option is C. Cafe 2 is supported by DSVM for Linux. Microsoft offers Linux editions of the DSVM on Ubuntu 16.04 LTS and CentOS 7.4. However, only the DSVM on Ubuntu is pre-configured for Cafe 2. Question 8. You have been tasked with employing a machine learning model which makes use of a PostgreSQL database and needs GPU processing to forecast prices. You are preparing to create a virtual machine that has the necessary tools built into it. You need to make use of the correct virtual machine type. Recommendation: you make use of a DSVM Windows Edition. Will the requirements be satisfied? In this question, we need a virtual machine type that can make use of PostgreSQL and supports GPU processing. We are recommended the use of DSVM Windows Edition. Does this satisfy our requirement? The answer is yes. Thus, the correct option is A. In the DSVM, your training models can use deep learning algorithms on hardware that is based on GPUs. PostgreSQL is available for the following operating systems: Linux, all recent distributions, 64-bit installers available for macOS, and version 10.6 and newer Windows, with installers available for 64-bit version, tested on latest versions and back to Windows 2012 R2. Question 9. You plan to build a team data science environment. Data for training models in machine learning pipelines will be over 20 GB in size. You have the following requirements. Models must be built using Caffe2 or Chainer frameworks. Data scientists must be able to use a data science environment to build the machine learning pipelines and train models on their personal devices in both connected and disconnected network environments. Personal devices must support updating machine learning pipelines when connected to network. You need to select a data science environment. Which environment should you use? Here in this question, we need a team data science environment for training models in machine learning pipelines. The data in the machine learning pipelines is over 20 GB. The models must be built using Caffe2 or Chainframe. And our other requirements are given as follows. Considering all these requirements, the most appropriate option here is Azure Machine Learning Service. Thus, the correct option is A. The data science virtual machine is a customized VM image on Microsoft's Azure cloud built specifically for doing data science. Caffe2 and Chainer are supported by DSVM. DSVM integrates with Azure Machine Learning. Question 10. You plan to use a data science virtual machine with the open source deep learning frameworks Caffe2 and PyTorch. You need to select a pre-configured DSVM to support the frameworks. What should you create? Here, we just want a pre-configured DSVM that supports Caffe2 and PyTorch. From all these options, the most appropriate is DSVM for Linux, Ubuntu. Thus, the correct option is E. Caffe2 and PyTorch is supported by DSVM for Linux. Microsoft offers Linux editions of the DSVM on Ubuntu 16.04 LTS and CentOS 7.4. Only the DSVM on Ubuntu is pre-configured for Caffe2 and PyTorch. To the next topic, partition and sample. An overview. Sampling is an important tool in machine learning because it lets you reduce the size of a dataset while maintaining the same ratio of values. This module supports several related tasks that are important in machine learning, such as dividing your data into multiple subsections of the same size. You might use the partitions for cross validation or to assign cases to random groups, separating data into groups and then working with data from a specific group. After randomly assigning cases to different groups, you might need to modify the features that are associated with only one group. Sampling. You can extract a percentage of the data apply random sampling, or choose a column to use for balancing the dataset and perform stratified sampling on its values. Creating a smaller dataset for testing. If you have a lot of data, you might want to use only the first n rows while setting up the experiment and then switch to using the full dataset when you build your model. You can also use sampling a smaller dataset for use in development. To the questions related to the same topic, question 11. You use Azure Machine Learning Studio to build a machine learning experiment. You need to divide data into two distinct datasets. Which module should you use? Here, our main goal is to divide data into two distinct datasets. From these modules, the most appropriate option is partition and sample. Thus, the correct option is C. Partition and sample with the stratified split option outputs multiple datasets partitioned using the rules you specified. Question 12. Hotspot. You have a dataset that contains 2000 rows. You are building a machine learning classification model by using Azure Learning Studio. You add a partition and a sample module to the experiment. You need to configure the module. You must meet the following requirements. Divide the data into subsets. Assign the rows into folds using a round robin method. Allow rows in the dataset to be reused. How should you configure the module? To answer, select the appropriate options in the dialog box in the answer area. To the answer area, partition and sample. Partition or sample mode. Here, the correct options are according to the previously mentioned requirements, assign to folds, and use replacement in the partitioning. Use the split data into partitions option when you want to divide the dataset into subsets of the data. This option is also useful when you want to create a custom number of folds for cross validation or to split rows into several groups. First, add the partition and sample module to your experiment in Studio and connect the dataset. Second, for partition or sample mode, select Assign to folds. Third, use replacement in the partitioning. Select this option if you want the sampled row to be put back into the pool of rows for potential reuse. As a result, the same row might be assigned to several folds. Then, if you do not want to use replacement, the sampled row is not put back into the pool of rows for potential reuse. As a result, each row can be assigned to only one fold. About randomized split, select this option if you want rows to be randomly assigned to folds. If you do not select this option, rows are assigned to folds using the round robin method. These were all the questions for this video. You can find the complete PDF of this video and all our practice questions through the link down in the description. We will be publishing more such videos in the future, so please make sure to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon. Thank you for watching and stay tuned.